Hello and welcome to episode 7 of SirSmuggler's Let's Play. And today I'm gonna continue with my quarry setup here. So I'm gonna build a little power plant. Got a few combustion engines and yeah, I'll build a nice little house for them close to the quarry. I've cleared up this area to make room for everything. So let's see. I think that will be good for now. So that's the basic placement. And I'm gonna run fuel lines probably underneath and then water on the sides here. And of course the actual power lines here in the middle. So to leave room, because I want to build like a house around them, so I'm gonna build walls like so. That should be good. So I got 3 spaces between. Yep. And there are at least 2 reasons to building the engines like this. First of all, it looks good, and second, well, if there is some kind of accident and the engines blew up, it's good to have some walls between the engines and the actual quarry to minimize the risk of the quarry being destroyed, because it's, well, you saw, it's an expensive item, you don't want to lose it. So I'm gonna go get some pipes and whatnot that I need and continue building, and I'll be back when I have something more to show you. As you can see, my little power plant is starting to take shape, and well, there's still a lot to do. I'm gonna place a pumping station, set up a infinite water source, one on each side of this thing, and pump water in from both sides. And the purpose of that is to minimize the risk of chunk unloading problems. So if one of the water sources dry up or is unloaded, hopefully the other one will still be online. So yeah, and this is iron pipes. I don't believe I've shown you those before. They're crafted just like any other pipe, glass in the middle and then iron on the sides instead of cobblestone, for instance. Also, these are smooth stone pipes. They're just the same as cobblestone pipes, but they do not connect. Cobblestone and smooth stone pipes do not connect, so you can place them adjacent to each other and still have them separated. So I use these stone pipes for the fuel, and the cobblestone pipes will be for the water. And underneath I'm gonna have some kind of system to power the engines, because they need a redstone signal to run, so I'm gonna set up levers probably on the front here to control each side separately. And the purpose of the iron pipes here is to... the iron pipe only allows things to flow in one direction. So the transparent end here is the direction things can leave in. So water comes in here and it has to go out there. And the reason I put them in there is to reduce water flowing back and forth in the pipes and blocking up things. So they will only go in here and not back out to the pumps. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this build and I'll be back in a few minutes. Just a quick note here on the infinite water sources. When I build these, I like to do it in stone or something else that is, well, Enderman safe, so to speak. Because if I built it with directly in the sand or in dirt, there's always the risk that some evil Enderman will come and pick up an unfortunate block and destroy the whole thing. So, yeah. And after some rearranging of pipes and stuff, I'm getting closer to getting this finished. You see the water is now, cooling system is in place, and I use some buffer tanks here to, just as an extra safety, to have some a little buffer to draw from if anything happens to the pump or engines here. And I decided to run these pipes underground and only fill in this hole when I'm all done, so it will look nice. And the fuel line here is going to connect to a couple of tanks here, and then of course I'm going to build the rail system to the refinery to deliver the fuel. So still a lot of work to do before the quarry is ready to run, but it's moving forward. So yeah, that's the situation right now. So I'll be back. Now all the piping is connected here and ready to go, and I should soon start with the rail system. I'm currently rigging up the on-off switch though for the engines, and as you can see I'm done on this side. I'm gonna cover up this floor here of course, but I thought you might want to see it. So on the other side of these blocks here I have redstone torches. So when these blocks are powered by the redstone, the torches go out. So when I flip the lever and the redstone signal here stops, the torches goes on and powers these blocks, and they power the engines. Like so. So now I'm gonna rig up this other side the same way, and I'll be back when I'm all done with this. So I thought I should let you see how this power plant turned out. Made a nice little house for it. And I'm not sure if I want the engine controls on the outside here or on the inside, but that's just one minor detail. Some nice skylights. So yeah, that's how it looks. And the water pipe is connected right beneath here, so any one of these two pumping stations can provide water for both sides here. So they're just backup systems for each other. So let's look at some more railcraft things now. Now I've already showed you how to make the standard rails, and looks like I need to get some gold. So I want to show you how to make the advanced rails that you need for some of the more advanced stuff, like powered rails, for instance. So again, you use the rolling machine, and you have iron on one side, gold on the other, and then redstone in the middle. No, not iron. You need the standard rails, that's what you want. So standard rails on the side, and then redstone and gold, and you get the advanced rails. And you can combine them with the wooden rail bed, just like they did with the standard, and of course you're gonna need some redstone as well. Let's try that again. There you go, the powered track. That's just like the standard powered rail from vanilla Minecraft, so nothing strange there. And there's a bunch of new rails in Railcraft, so I'm gonna show you some more of those eventually. But that will do for now, I think. And what's next? Well, I still need to build the rail system to deliver fuel to the power plant. And also I want to build a storage area. Basically a lot of chests and some kind of sorting system. Somewhere close here. Because once the quarry gets going, it's gonna spit out blocks like crazy, so we need a plan to how to handle that. So those two things, storage area and rail system, is what we still need to work on before we can activate this thing. So I'm gonna think about how I want to do that, and I'll be back. I've started my storage area. I got a couple of chests down, and I thought I'd show you some new pipes that I'm going to use. First up's the golden pipe. Well, you've seen the golden conductive pipe. The golden pipe, transport pipe, is it allows you to speed up the items that are traveling in the pipes. And then we have the diamond pipe. Now this one lets you sort things, so you can send different items to different places. So I'm going to use those for my sorting system for now. Eventually I'm going to upgrade it to logistics pipes, but well, they're a bit more expensive, so I'm going to start off with just the diamond pipes, and later on I'll upgrade it. Oh, another big tree. I like those. I'm growing some trees here to get wood, basically. I don't use a lot of it, but... So, here's my storage area. As you can see, a few chests, and I'm gonna build a nice little housing for them, just like the power plant. And I did leave room in here for at least 2, maybe 4 more engines if I should need more power, which I probably will eventually. But for now it's just a quarry, so it should be more than enough. So let's see, and of course I forgot to bring any standard pipes. I'll be right back. And I think I got everything I need now, so let's get started here. Now the quarry is gonna output items to any adjacent inventory or pipe that it finds. So since I place this pipe here, it's gonna spit out all the items it digs up this way. And you need to power the golden pipe with the redstone signal in order for it to actually accelerate items. And I think I want to bring I think I want to transport things underground here, so I'm gonna go down here. Right up to my storage area. And I want to go 1 deeper so I can cover it all up, hide it. And I'm going to use stone transport pipes rather than cobblestone transport pipes. They work basically the same, only the stone transport pipes slow down items less than the cobblestone pipes. So after accelerating them with the golden pipe, they will keep the speed longer when I use these stone pipes here. And maybe I want to put down 1 more golden. I think they will keep running fast pretty long, so I don't know. I'll just put 1 down here anyway. So give me my shovel. I'm gonna place a torch there and a golden pipe. Now then. I think I want it to come up here. Yep. Like so. And let's cover up the rest with sand so it looks nice. There you go. And now the actual sorting system. How do I want to do this? I think, yeah, that should be high enough. So let's place down 1 of these diamond pipes here. And let's connect Now as you see, all the ends of the diamond pipes are color coded. So if I pick up my wrench and right click, I get the nice little interface here. And each color coded end here represents one of these lines. So green going this way. So any items I specify here, if, for instance, if I were to place cobblestone there, any cobblestone that comes into the diamond pipe will go out the green end. So that's how we're going to sort things here. And I think I want actually yellow to be for cobblestone, because the majority of items is going to be cobblestone. That's, to begin with, there will be a lot of sand and dirt and stuff, but later on it will be mostly cobblestone. And I'm gonna go sleep through the night and I'll be right back. Okay, I decided since I'm gonna have cobblestone go at the yellow end, I'm not gonna waste stone transport pipes there. I'm gonna go with cobblestone pipes. Not there. Yeah, that's good. And of course the stone and cobblestone pipes don't connect, so I can run them right next to each other without them interfering. And I'm gonna use the first two chests here for sand and dirt, stuff like that. And the rest of them will be for cobblestone. So let's just connect these up like so, and like that. And then that's gonna be for, so red's gonna be for dirt and sand and whatnot. So we got sand, got dirt, gravel. I probably want to do flint as well, but I don't have any on me right now. And sandstone. Sand, dirt. And as you see, it doesn't use up any items. I just right click with the item I want and it makes a little template there. Sandstone. And eventually I'll find some flint and put in here as well. And now everything that is not specified here will go out the other end, so green. So that would be all the valuable items, the ores and gems and whatnot. So I'll put them just right down to that chest. And I could have made it look a little prettier by hiding the diamond pipe down in the ground, of course, as the line here, but I want that one to be easily accessible if I want to change the sorting or things like that. So it's going to run up there for now. And of course I'm going to finish building the housing around this, but I can do that later off camera. So we get the storage and sorting system up as well, and the power plant. So now all that is left is the rail system. And I keep talking about it, but I never get around to start building it. I guess this is a good time to start it then. We're gonna need a couple of new items. We're gonna need something called a liquid loader and a liquid unloader. So I'm going to go craft those now. And if you combine a standard cart with a tank, you get a tank cart, and this guy can transport liquids. And what else do we need? We're going to need bricks and smooth stone, my bows, and some more of that, and finally some redstone. Okay, so to build the loaders we're gonna need a dispenser. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Yep, dispenser. We're gonna need two, one for the loader and one for the unloader. So one dispenser, two dispensers, and then we're gonna need to combine that with a detector, and that is not crafted like that. We need pressure plates, so a pressure plate surrounded by bricks will give you a detector tank. This one will detect any tank carts running nearby. So, but we're not going to use that one directly. Instead we're going to pick these tanks here. And let's see if we have a dispenser, a tank and a detector. We get the liquid unloader. And if I do the same thing, only switch places on the dispenser and the detector, I get the liquid loader. So now I have a loader and an unloader. And that's what's going to pump the liquids into the cart and out of the cart. So we are almost ready to start our little rail system. I'm going to show you one more special track that I'm going to use. Let's see if we have enough resources to craft it. Yeah, should be fine. I just need to check how it's done. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna need another pressure plate. And that should be all I need for now, yes. There you go, boarding track. So that's the advanced rails on the side here, a rail bed, pressure plate and some redstone. Gives you 8 pieces of boarding track. Now this functions kind of like the powered track, only it will send carts off in only one direction when it's powered, and when it's not powered it will hold the cart in place and you cannot just push it around like you can from a normal booster rail. So that's useful. And we got the rails we need. I might need to craft some more standard rails, but we'll see. And yeah, I should be ready to start building that. Here I am at my refinery, and I thought I'd start in this end and see how to proceed. As you can see, I got a nice amount of fuel now, and my engines are turned off since I don't have any more storage capacity for fuel anyway, so I don't want to waste any fuel. And now let's see how we can do this. I'm gonna smash through this wall here. Now we already have a pipe here to pump out fuel from this tank, so I'm going to use that. So we want the liquid loader in this end of the construction, and I'm gonna place that one right there, and then we need some piping like so, and now it can fill up with fuel. And once you have a tank cart underneath it, it will start filling it up. You see the interface here is for configuring your liquid loader. Now it's pretty self-explanatory, but what it's going to do is when all the criteria are filled, it's going to send out a redstone signal. So underneath here I'm going to place a boarding track, meaning a mining cart will come in, stop there, and if this one is set to true, wait if cart is empty. So an empty cart comes in, it's not going to send out a redstone signal, and then it's going to start loading up the cart, and when it's full it's going to send out a redstone signal, so the boarding track will send the cart away. Now if I have this on to false, it will still load as much liquid as it has in its internal storage. So it might mean the tank cart gets full, but it might send it off earlier if it runs out of fuel. So yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to tidy up this place later on, but for now let's just dig a small tunnel here, and I want to go up from here so that I can get to the surface. Yep. So let's see, where are we? That looks pretty good actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take out this coal here. So let's just dig a nice path here, like so. And that should be good. I'm gonna need a few powered rails to get the cart up this slope here, because the liquid carts and item carts, well, any carts that don't hold players, are well a lot slower, not powered as much from the powered rail as carts with players in them. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. So I need to have quite a few powered rails to get it going all this way. And I'm gonna start laying down the tracks, but I'll do that off camera because you don't need to see that. And I'll be back when I have a nice rail system set up. I got a few more special tracks that I want to show you that's gonna be used in my rail system here. And let's see. If you remember, we used the wooden slabs and creosote oil to create these wooden ties. And if I combine 4 of them, they get the standard rail bed that we use for most of the rails. But if I instead use 3 wooden ties and rails, we get the suspended track. Now this one you can place, can go through the air without any solid block underneath it. You can extend 2 spaces from any solid block. So I'm going to use a few of these. Actually, I think I'm going to need 2 sets. There we go. And then there's another cool little guy that I'm going to use. and that's called the gated track. Railbed, and a gate up and down, and rails on the side, and you get gated track. Now this is basically a fence gate, like these guys, but with the rails underneath. And if you combine it with the detector, let's go craft that one now, you pretty much get an automated gate that will let any carts through, but don't let any mobs wander through it. So we're gonna need one pressure plate surrounded by smooth stone, and we get the detector any. Now this one will send out a redstone signal on any cart, no matter what type or cargo. So that's gonna go good with the gated track. And I'm just gonna go sleep through the night, and then we'll go out and try setting these things up and see how they work. Because I don't want to let any mobs accidentally wander down into my refinery room. So let's see. Maybe I need to move this one, I don't know, we'll see. We'll try it here. So if I remove that and place our detector and then a gated track, and is this one? I think maybe I need to, let's use the iron, because I don't know, maybe I need to be facing the way it is going to detect, could be, yeah, there we go, and then the gated, and we need to repair this, of course, like so. Let's try that out. If I now place any cart here, it will immediately send it out since it's not a tank cart. So it's, yep, that worked. Nice, I like it. And now let's try out these suspended tracks. As I said, you can build out 2 spaces from a solid block, but no further than that. But since you can build 2 spaces from the other side, you can span a 4 block gap with this. So that's pretty neat, and I'm gonna use powered tracks here. Like so. Yeah, so that should work really nice. And I'll continue building this off camera, and I'll be back when I'm done. And now I'm ready to put on the final touches on this rail system. As you see, I got the nice track laid out all the way back to my power plant. So we need the liquid unloader, and now these loaders and unloaders, they work with gravity, so the loader needs to be above the cart and the unloader needs to be below it. I'm going to place it there, and the boarding track like so, and it's the wrong way, and I'm gonna need the crowbar. that's better. Now it's pointing in the right direction. Next we're gonna need to pump the liquid out of this unloader and into this tank. So I'm gonna place engine and pipe. And that should be it. And before I start, and this one also has an interface, and you can specify a filter so that it will only accept certain liquids. But I'm not going to do anything about that now, because there will only be fuel coming in anyway. And wait till cart is empty, true. We do want that, because we want to pump everything out of it before we send it back. I'm going to try this system out now with the non-liquid cart, just to see that everything works. Looks good. And it should be coming back any second now. Unless there's some problem. Okay, so I need to go check out what happened with my cart. That looks odd. Comes up. Here we go again. That's not good. So everything seems to be working now. Apparently the gated track didn't quite work when you had it too close to the power drain, or possibly too close to the slope there, I don't know. Anyway, when I moved it a bit, it works better. So I'm just gonna fill up a little, because as it is now, this one doesn't do much good, because anyone can just jump over the edge here. So let's fix that, shall we? Like so. And let's see that it still works, just to be sure. Yep, looks good. So let's try it out with the actual fuel cart and see how things goes. For now, let's check this out. So if I place this one here, it starts filling up with fuel. So let's give it a few... Oh, actually I need to activate the engine there, of course. Was it full already? Or did I screw something up again? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it just took what liquid it had already. Should work better this time. And away we go. Let's chase after it and see what happens in the other end. And these suspended rails, you can't walk on them, so you have to run beside the track here. Fuel is being unloaded into the tanks, and then of course immediately into my engines, because they are running? No. And when it's empty, it's gonna go back and get some more. So, looks like we got everything working now and ready to start up the quarry. So maybe I should just go flip that switch and see what happens. I just want to see this one return first. There we go. I just love that. That is so cool. And it looks like it's getting dark again, so I'll be back once the sun rises and we will start up the quarry. And now everything is working, so we have fuel coming in, being unloaded into my tanks here, immediately pump into the engines, so we are ready to fire up my quarry. So let's see, if I flip this, got action on 2 engines, and we got power to the quarry. And you can see that little robot guy there starts to work, and he's gonna clear out the area, all the blocks in this, inside this yellow striped area. And as you can see, he's working pretty fast with 2 engines. And I could turn on 2 more and really get it going. Let's try it. See if it goes any faster, if it's already at maximum. There we go, all 4 engines. Look at him go. That's just awesome. So let's give him a few minutes and we'll see how it goes. And everything is ready. Of course I'm gonna build the housing here, I'm gonna fix that later. It's not high priority right now. I just wanna see this thing start working. And when all the blocks are cleared, he's gonna start building the frame around this area. And once that is done, the mining will commence. See? Almost there. And what happened now? Seems to slow down. Engines are still running. Okay, here comes the drilling machine. And it's gonna start picking up blocks. And as you can see in this end, they're being sent down the pipes here. And then how is it going here? Looks good. Dirt going where it's supposed to go. Awesome. I just love it. Now obviously the bigger you make the quarry, the more resources it's gonna gather, but on the other hand, the bigger it is, the longer it will take before it gets down to the interesting layers where you can find gold and diamond and stuff like that. So it's really a trade-off how you want to make it. But eventually we are going to use advanced power systems to build some neat machines that will help us get the most out of any material, not just the good stuff. So it will all be good eventually. Just need a few more diamonds before I start with that stuff, but we'll get to it. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. Feels like a good point since we finally got the quarry running. Fuel system working nicely and everything. And I'll think about what I want to do next, and I'll see you next episode. Bye bye!